The abomination returns again. This is my self-made Bagless Kirby conversion. I was inspired to make this after seeing, what was his name? Jim Keeler's Bagless Kirby conversion. His There's been kind of a long history between him and the collector community. Um, Jim has passed away now, from what I've gathered. I think it was 2016 or 2017. But his version of a Bagless Kirby stuck a Eureka dust cup on here with some PVC pipe. And he was very, very proud of his creation, and if anybody criticized it, he just really started a fight with people. And it's like, I understand. It's like when you've put in the time and work to make something that's your own, that you're going to have a sense of pride in it, but it's like we have to acknowledge they have their problems. This was meant to be less restrictive than his design, because the standard Eureka cup would have had a much smaller filter to it, and it had no actual cyclone to it. It was one of the, I'm pretty sure it was like a Eureka Optima cup or something from the looks of it. So, I mean, it just had the filter inside the bin, and, it would have clogged up right away. And, this thing's ugly, but, it's got a much larger surface area, and it has an actual cyclone here. But this, too, is a flawed system, because in the test I've done with it, only gets about 100 CFM from the base here. As to we're using it with its disposable bag system, we can get about 150. So we're losing about 33% of its cleaning performance just by putting this on here. So, it's not worth it. Why would you use a high performance machine like a Kirby and then limit it by putting something like this on here because, oh, I don't want to buy bags? It was just such a ridiculous argument, and I've seen him argue with other people, like on truck mount forums, about, how they're not cleaning the filter enough. The whole thing was just ridiculous. And, it was his product that inspired me to come out with this. Like I said, it's ugly. It's never going to be a commercially available thing. And I think I took a little bit of inspiration from vacuum tests over in Finland. Anyways, I thought I would just do a video of just vacuuming for once, and we're just going to use this, and I'm going to set this up on a tripod. Well, you could definitely see some stuff swirling around down here, and I'm getting kind of a smell of static electricity, which, you know, I suppose that's to be expected to some degree. I think this unit still needs a little bit of work. It needs some sort of like support arm, I think, to go between the pipe and the assembly here. And then, of course, you know, it really should have some sort of seal between here and there, but it would make it harder to pull apart. Let's first take a look at the filter. Well, I can already see we got a piece of fuzz here, but I mean, we're looking good for the most part. Granted, you know, I've only used this a few times, but, you know, I wanted to use a nice large filter here to make sure, you know, that we would have proper surface area to, you know, allow the vacuum to breathe, since we're dealing with the high airflow machine. And it doesn't look like we really have much around here. Maybe if this thing had a shroud or something in it, it wouldn't get hair through there. But, you know, these cyclones were designed, you know, for separating out like woodworking dust. I'm gonna pause for a moment here to put this back on. Alright, now let's see what we got. Lots and lots of hair. No surprise there. Ugh! Well, I guess I never thought about that, but yeah, the bolt holes down here do attract some of this. Get out of there. Yep, lots and lots of hair. No surprise. Well, don't sniff that. Yeah, you know, despite having a cleaning job, I am not the best housekeeper. I'm just going to put it that way. But I suppose, you know, when you do it all day for a job, it's kind of the last thing you want to come home and do. Let's see if we can separate some of this out. Because, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure most of this is just cat hair. But there's definitely some grit below here. Ugh. And this is a big reason why I don't like Bagless. You know, I mean, even if you didn't have to sift through all this, it's like it's still just so much messier. I'd rather just throw out a bag every few months. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Yeah, still some fluff in here. But, you know, fair amount of soil to it. But, like I said, no. You know, we did lose, you know, 33% of this machine's performance. So, if I were to put the actual bag on, I am very confident that I can get more dirt out of this. Although I am slightly disgusted at how much it did get out, and I suppose I've been planning this for a little while, so I have let things go more than I would normally. It's kind of embarrassing. Maybe I shouldn't have let it go quite this long. Oh well, it is what it is. But there you have another demonstration of this terrible monstrosity that was my bagless conversion. Oh, that's loose. And just for good measure, let's get all the hair. I did throw the grit in the trash already. Just going off the tone of the machine, you can tell it's clinging to the carpet a lot more than it was with the Bagless. So, I don't understand why people would want to put a Bagless system on a Kirby, because, I mean, you're just killing its performance. I mean, it's kind of a neat concept, but it's just not practical,